Saddharma actually means devotional service. Sarva-dharma pratyajam mamekam. This is Saddharma, the eternal function of the living being, the function of service to Krishna. So the Goswamis were given various tasks to carry out in Lord Chaitanya's service, to reestablish holy places in Vrindavan, to write books on the science of Krishna, to establish the proper activities for Vaishnava devotees. They set the ideal standard of what a Goswami or Vaishnava sannyasi is supposed to be. And the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are therefore followers of the Goswamis. In our line, of course, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur accepted the sannyas order, and he initiated many sannyasis. We're familiar with the term Brihat Mridanga, big mridanga, which he used to refer to the printing press, because your mridanga party, kirtan party, is heard within the neighborhood, but the greater mridanga party, the press, is heard all over the world. So he called it the Brihat Mridanga. And he also had another term, Jivan Mridanga, living Mridanga. By that term he referred to his sannyasis. So a sannyasi is meant to be a living Mridanga, or he personally broadcasts the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He personally broadcasts the holy name of Krishna and the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada accepted the Tridandi Sannyas order and awarded that same order to many of his disciples, and the process is continuing. Srila Prabhupada particularly emphasized that that he was awarding the sannyas order to increase the spreading of the Sankirtan movement. One time I was in New York, Prabhupada again was leaving the temple, and some sannyasis were there. Probably last minute packing was coming on. People were coming in and out. Some sannyasis were there. Prabhupada turned and said to them, "Preach, preach, 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 preach. Preach, 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 preach." This is the duty of the sannyasi, to always spread the message of Krishna. It means he personally has to be strong in Krishna consciousness by being fully engaged in Krishna's service, so that he presents an ideal example and can give the ideal instructions for the benefit of everyone. And the Sankirtan movement, by the combined efforts of the sannyasis, the brahmacharis, the grahastas, the vanaprasthas, by the combined efforts of all the devotees, the Sankirtan movement can spread all over the world. So the sannyasis have a great responsibility and a great opportunities also. Sannyasi is free. He has no family duties. He has no occupational duties in terms of this material world. He's exclusively available for the service of Krishna, exclusively dedicated to the service of Krishna. So it's our good fortune to be able to offer the sannyas order today to Yadunandana Prabhu. He's, as Radha Chaitanya Prabhu mentioned, distinguished career of devotional service. And in his present engagement in Yadunandana College, he's doing a great, undertaking a great work of establishing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement more seriously and solidly through education, through deeper understanding of this Krishna consciousness movement. It's not something sentimental, not feeling, but it has a great depth, great literature, great everything, great practical work. Everything is there. So we'll ask all the Vaishnavas assembled to kindly give their blessings for the new sannyasi so that he can carry out his duties in Krishna consciousness very vigorously and successfully. Hare Krishna.